We have breaking news from the British royal family, and this is massive. Prince Andrew has been arrested. Police arrived at his home on King Charles's Sandringham estate early Thursday morning, February 19th, 2026. It was Prince Andrew's 66th birthday. Talk about a birthday he'll never forget. Andrew Mountbatten-Windsor, that's his legal name now since he was stripped of his prince title, was arrested on suspicion of misconduct in public office. And this arrest is directly connected to his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein. Let me break down exactly what happened and why this is such a huge deal. Early Thursday morning, multiple police cars were spotted at Wood Farm on the Sandringham estate in Norfolk. This is where Andrew has been living since King Charles evicted him from Royal Lodge in Windsor. Thames Valley Police issued an official statement. They said, quote, "As part of the investigation, we have today arrested a man in his 60s from Norfolk on suspicion of misconduct in public office and are carrying out searches at addresses in Berkshire and Norfolk." They added the quote, "The man remains in police custody at this time." The police didn't name Andrew specifically, but the BBC confirmed it was him. And People magazine, with 634 comments on their article, confirmed all the details. So, what is Andrew actually accused of? Here's the situation. The investigation stems from allegations that Andrew shared confidential UK government information with Jeffrey Epstein. This happened while Andrew was serving as the UK's special representative for international trade and investment. He held that position from 2001 to 2011. Trade envoys like Andrew promote British business interests abroad. And the job comes with a duty of confidentiality, even after your term of office ends. You cannot share classified or confidential information with unauthorized people. That's the law. So how did this come to light? In January 2026, the U.S. Dept of Justice released a new batch of files related to the ongoing Jeffrey Epstein investigation. In those files were emails between Andrew and Epstein. These emails allegedly show that Andrew shared confidential documents with Epstein. Documents that were related to his role as trade envoy. Documents that Epstein, as a private citizen, had no right to see. The anti-monarchy group Republic brought a formal complaint to the authorities. They reported Andrew for, quote, "suspected misconduct in public office and breach of official secrets." Thames Valley Police confirmed on February 9th that they were investigating the complaint. And now, just 10 days later, Andrew has been arrested. This is a stunning development. Members of the royal family are rarely arrested. But as Buckingham Palace said in their statement, nobody is above the law. Let's talk about the bigger picture here because Andrew's downfall has been years in the making. Jeffrey Epstein was an American financier and convicted sex offender. He died in prison in August 2019 while awaiting trial on federal sex trafficking charges. His death was ruled a suicide. Andrew's ties to Epstein first became public years ago. In November 2019, Andrew gave a disastrous BBC interview where he tried to explain his friendship with Epstein. The interview was so bad that he immediately stepped back from royal duties. Then, in January 2022, Queen Elizabeth stripped Andrew of his military titles and patronages. This happened after a judge rejected Andrew's attempt to have a sexual assault lawsuit against him dismissed. The lawsuit was brought by Virginia Giuffre, one of Epstein's victims. Andrew has repeatedly denied Virginia Giuffre's allegations. He settled with her in 2022. Tragically, Virginia Giuffre died by suicide in April 2025. Throughout all of this, Andrew maintained he did nothing wrong. But the evidence and allegations kept piling up. In October 2025, King Charles took unprecedented action. He stripped Andrew of all his royal titles and honors. Andrew is no longer Prince Andrew, Duke of York. He is now simply Andrew Mountbatten-Windsor, a private citizen. Charles also evicted Andrew from Royal Lodge in Windsor, the 30-room mansion where Andrew had been living with his ex-wife Sarah Ferguson. They divorced in 1996 but continued living together. Sarah is known as Fergie. Charles forced Andrew to move to Wood Farm on the Sandringham estate in Norfolk, which is much smaller and less prestigious, a clear downgrade. Then, on February 19, 2026, Andrew's 66th birthday, police arrested him at that very home. The timing may be coincidental or deliberately symbolic. Either way, it's dramatic. Buckingham Palace released a statement on February 9th when the investigation was first confirmed. It was a seismic statement. The palace said, "The king has made clear in words and through unprecedented actions his profound concern at allegations which continue to come to light in respect of Mr. Mountbatten-Windsor's conduct." They continued, "While the specific claims in question are for Mr. Mountbatten-Windsor to address, if we are approached by Thames Valley Police, we stand ready to support them as you would expect." This was the first time Buckingham Palace directly addressed Andrew's conduct. They called him Mr. Mountbatten-Windsor, not Prince, and said they would cooperate with police. This was King Charles publicly distancing the monarchy from his brother. The palace statement also said, "As was previously stated, Their Majesty's thoughts and sympathies have been and remain with the victims of any and all forms of abuse." That reference to victims is significant. Queen Camilla is a tireless advocate for survivors of domestic and sexual abuse. The palace was making it clear whose side they're on. Andrew and his ex-wife, Sarah, were mentioned several times in the latest batch of Epstein files. The emails showed a level of closeness between Andrew and Epstein that raised serious questions. Andrew's daughters, Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie, have remained supportive of their father throughout all of this. But they've kept a low profile. They're working royals, but they're trying not to be dragged into the scandal. On Sunday, February 15th, the Director of Public Prosecutions in the UK, Stephen Parkinson, told the Sunday Times, quote, "Nobody is above the law. It's my job to enforce the law, and I do so without fear or favor, and that is unaffected by the status of the individual concerned." That statement was clearly aimed at Andrew. It was a warning that his royal connections wouldn't protect him. And now here we are. Andrew has been arrested. He's in police custody. Searches are being conducted at his homes in Berkshire and Norfolk. This is a massive scandal for the British royal family. King Charles has worked hard to modernize the monarchy, to make it more transparent and accountable. And part of that has meant holding Andrew accountable. Charles stripped his brother's titles, evicted him from his home, and now cooperated with the police who have arrested him. Andrew's fall from grace is complete. He went from being a prince to a working royal with military honors and a grand home to being arrested on his birthday. What happens next? Andrew remains in police custody. He'll likely be questioned extensively. Charges may or may not be filed depending on what evidence police find. But one thing is clear: the royal family is not protecting him. King Charles has made that abundantly clear. This is a developing story, and we'll keep you updated as more information comes out.